Hey, we are here. We are here. We are here. Let me shout out to everyone that we're going live. Finally figured out the settings to where people don't have to enter a waiting room on Zoom. I'm really happy about that. I've struggled with the Zoom settings. Cool. Okay, post it in the Signal group. Let's tell them in Discord. Okay. Perfect. 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 Okay, just shared with the Discord. So I'm sure people will kind of funnel in slowly. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta share the Zoom link. Sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Boom. Boom. Okay, feeling good. What's up, guys? Sending love, sending blessings. I'm feeling good. I am home. I've been home now for a while. Last live stream, you guys saw me home. I'm traveling this weekend. I'm going to the place called Merida, Merida. It's only like 3 hours from where I'm at. Meeting with some business partners. Austin, good day to you as well. Everyone else hopping on, great day, blessings. You can see something different about me. Growing my hair out. So it's a new thing. I was bald for like 2 years. And I don't know why. Part of it might be that I like to be original and all my friends. And so I had like 3 different friends say, "Hey, I'm going bald because of you," just recently. And so now I'm like, all right, maybe it's time to grow my hair out. No, it's just time. It feels right. So I want to, before I get into charts, which I definitely want to get into charts, I want to talk about something, mindset, mindset based. So important to focus on our mind, focus on our spiritual being, our well-being. I think that abundance, happiness, joy, all of that, money, how much money we make, how we feel when we're making money, if we feel fulfilled or we feel drained. A lot of it comes from our spiritual beliefs, for sure. And a lot of people, they don't put the emphasis into that. I firmly know that by expanding my consciousness, expanding my awareness, expanding my energy, that it has led me to higher forms of abundance, financial abundance, definitely abundance in my relationships, abundance and joy, all of it. So I want to just emphasize that if we put that time into expanding spiritually, expanding energetically, what are things that we can do to expand spiritually and energetically? Traveling is great. Reading books, awesome. Meditation, yoga, doing breath work. I do different rituals with intentions, and I pray to specific angels and archangels, and also some of the Hindu gods, like it's all the intentions in all these beings that that matters the most. So anyway, yeah, definitely keep focusing, keep putting that energy, like, I mean, at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day into expanding spiritually, reading a book, whatever. And then yeah, the rest will always work itself out. Your money, your relationships, all of it. It does work for me. So Alan, what's up? Love trading and love this group. I love you, bro. So glad to see you on. Looking smart today. Yeah. I don't wear my, this is actually a custom tailored shirt. I got a bunch of custom tailored shirts when I was in India, and I don't wear them as often, but if you guys have the chance to get custom tailored clothing, do it. It's the greatest. It's so comfy. I don't worry about it as much now. I don't think about it as much now because it does cost a little more for the quality I want. And I'm stingy a little bit with my money. You know, I think of like, okay, I can spend my money on this, or I could buy something for half the price so I can invest the rest of that money, which will make me, you know, so much percent return. I do all that math in my head, you know, and so it makes me super smart with my money. Sanjit said India has great quality for cheap prices. Yes, so true. Yeah, so I don't really buy jewelry. You'll always see me, I like never wear jewelry or watches, or you know, I've had necklaces before. I don't care. Because all that, it's like if I'm comfortable and empowered in my being, like shoot, I could walk around naked, you know, and it doesn't matter what anyone's saying. So you know, clothes, it is great to feel good. You want to feel good in your embodiment of who you are. And I'm just saying this is mine. And I like jewelry for me, it's just flashy. I feel like most of the time it is for others and not for us. My girlfriend, however, she wears a lot of gold jewelry, and that's her way of investing, but she loves she's really artistic artist. She's really artistic, and that's her way of express, like she'll do her makeup without going out or anything just because she loves doing it. And so, you know, it's just a different frequency of I'm buying these things to impress people, or I'm buying these things because it makes me happy. So yes. Yeah, let me know, bro. I'm here. I'll tell you whether something's a good decision or not. Don't let me buy this Lambo, bro, please. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Cars are great. I have a really cool thing that I'm planning for, yes, all of you guys and me included. Imagine a fund, or imagine having access to everything you ever wanted. Cars, jets, beach houses, all that. But you didn't own any of it. How amazing would that be? I think, well, I want to own it all. Why wouldn't I own it all? Well, actually, no, you don't, because then you got taxes, then you got upkeep fees, you got managing it, you know, you got the plus the power bills and all that if for houses you're not there, and especially jets. Servicing a jet is crazy. So yes, Austin, you're on the right path. Austin Auding says trusts. Yes, so a trust, but a digital trust. So we are creating a fund where everyone will be able to invest. This is part of why I don't have a lot of time to trade or to live stream multiple times a week. I have, you know, a coach trading, but this is one other business. I have like 5 businesses that I'm part of. But this one, we're creating a fund where part of it, we have a team of traders, which you guys, everyone here has the opportunity to eventually potentially be invited to that team. You have to be a profitable trader, period. Number one, you got to be making lots of money. This team of traders, we heard of a few, will be trading investment funds. And we know as a team that we'll be able to provide a pretty dope return for the fund. So anyone who's investing, who's not a trader, just like, hey, I want to put money in this fund and receive money back. We're estimating we'll probably be able to pay out 5% per month. So it comes out to about 60% return per year. Just by putting your money in. That's like basically interest paid. You don't have to do anything except let your money sit. With this also, of course, we're going to trade the funds, but we're going to this trust, this DAO, it's a DAO, digital autonomous organization. It's a digital trust. This trust will buy properties all over the world, mainly initially for traders who are trading the fund, so they can stay and just be part of it and do anything they want. We're going to have partnerships with jets. I already have a couple pilots that I'm partners with or friends with that we'll make partnerships with. We'll also have, I'm not going to go in more in depth because it makes me really excited and I want to keep the vision focused. But there's plenty of different things that we're going to do that will provide income for this trust, for this fund. So this will be everyone who is contributing, whether investing money or trading or whatever it is, will have access to the things that the fund owns. And so this trust will take care of the jet, take care of the maintenance, take care of all that. And so it'll be almost like anyone who's part of the trust or the fund, the DAO. You can see, we'll have a schedule where you can see, okay, the private jet, it is available in this country from these dates. So, this is what it will look like if I wanted to rent it out, or this house, if we have a place here in Tulum, for instance, that's right on the beach, and you want to come trade here and live here for a couple months, we'll have access to that as well. What also we're doing, which is really powerful, is we're creating it to where these investors can invest into the fund. Any one of us can invest into the fund. We'll earn that 5% monthly, but also this works as a crowdfunding platform for regenerative companies. So we're going to, different companies will be able to apply from around the world. And yes, you can say, hey, I want to invest. I just want to have my money make money, passive income. Okay, you invest your money in the fund. Not only are you investing in a fund that will be traded, we'll have other income streams, but also this is going to be crowdfunding for regenerative projects, regenerative businesses, even if it's a coffee shop, but if it's benefiting the earth, the fund will be going to, it's crowdfunding them. And so by crowdfunding, by giving them funds, the fund will also own part of their business. And then, some of that money will be returned to the fund. And that's how investors also make money. So anyways, we're a whole elaborate process. We're in the development stages. I'm actually going, like I said, I'm going to that town here this weekend to meet with my business partners to talk about it. I'm speaking with you guys because we always need the right team members to grow things. And with stuff that I do, I don't really hire people, if you will. I have a couple people that work for me, but I don't hire people. I like to work with people who are like, hey, I'm really inspired by what you do. I really want to be part of the vision. I want to grow with it and grow the vision. How can I help? And basically writing your own job description, if you will. All this is to achieve higher financial freedom for every single human. We're going to make this available for anyone, someone who has $10, or 200 pesos, that they're able to invest in this fund and see the returns and see their money grow. So it's going to be really elaborate. We're doing this for all of my business, both my business partners and we're very much so looking for this to be something that lasts way longer than any one of our lifetimes. So the vision is pure, the vision is there, and yeah, it's being built. So hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be able to invest in that. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, guys, I wanted to just say that and know that as long as you're showing yourself, if you guys are showing up, there's also opportunity here with the Ascended Trader. I need assistance with awesome people who are profitable, who can coach. I need assistance from awesome people who are profitable, who can contribute to the Discord group. Right now, it's just free Discord group. We have full intentions to make it subscription based, which I've done before, and so we're gonna need other traders to contribute with that. Anyway, that's the tangent, guys. That's it. Let's go into charts. I'm feeling it. Go into messages really quick. Alan, can't wait for what the future holds. Yeah, bro, we're gonna do so much together. So phenomenal, doing great work for the abundance for the collective. Yeah, that's what it is. What I was thinking is, how do we raise the abundance consciousness of the world? And simply, we want to start to provide access of the things that the wealthy people have for the people who are considered not wealthy. And so this fund is a great way to do that. Maybe someone who only invests $10 into the fund, maybe that doesn't pay for a private jet trip, but for the full fund, and everything that's going on, we can do giveaways where specific people will have the opportunity to fly in a private jet where maybe the rest of their life, they'd never have that opportunity. And just expanding that abundance consciousness by them having that experience, they're going to automatically learn to, oh, wow, I can receive more in life. I can expand more in life. So yes, freedom is the future, and exactly, time to focus on our spiritual ascension. That's what's going to make this happen. And so I just want to provide as many resources as possible for anyone who's ready to expand to do so. and to not have to think about things financial wise and all other ways. So okay, so I was going to talk about charts. Let's get into charts. Why not? Last week was good, guys. I want to share. I actually have a trade, looks like popping up like literally right now, that I might make. So before I move forward, let's see. 4 hours looking good. We've got 2 hours till close. Daily, weekly. Yeah, honestly, this looks like a beautiful trade, guys. I was already eyeing this, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show this first thing. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry. Hold up. Let me share it. I was just like assuming that I was sharing it. Bing. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm looking at British pound versus British pound versus US dollar, this one. Okay, initially a look at the daily. Very clearly, we're in a downtrend. Okay, so very easily we can say, what's the price doing overall? If we look at the beginning of the screen to the end of the screen, it is lower. Therefore, it is going down. Okay, so all these other indicators and things I talk about, you don't even need to know all of them to know that it's going down. All right, so on the daily, let me go more in depth. We have basically been creating, here's a high, here's a lower high, here's a lower high, right? Here's a low, here's a lower low, and lower lows. So this to me shows that we just created potentially a lower high. What I also like about the idea of it going down is that when it comes to Bollinger Bands, if you don't know Bollinger Bands, I teach all about them. You can watch some YouTube videos, but I'm telling you guys that I did YouTube learning for trading for years, and I learned some, but it did not do for me what actually getting someone to lay things out and go in detail and like show me. Like my learning curve is literally destroyed. And I'm not going to say destroyed, but for me, it took me 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years to be profitable. The way I teach now, I teach people in 2 or 3 months to be profitable. 2 or 3 months to where you know everything you need to know to make it profitable, to make money, to live off of this income. I've had multiple people that have done it. I have multiple people that have been able to buy property and to travel the world and all that within just a few months of coaching. So anyways, I want to say YouTube is great, and you can go check out the things I'm talking about on YouTube and learn more for sure. But nothing, I firmly believe that nothing is as good as having a coach who can just tell you specifically, here's what you need to look at, here's what not to look at. And plus with trading, it's way more than the techniques, way more. Mindset is so important when it comes to all of this. So if you want to make a full-time income, it's best to hire someone who has done it and is doing it, to just fast track your learning curve, to show you directly how to do it instead of trying to figure it out on your own. So, okay. Anyways, I just want to say that because I'm going to mention all these different charting things, and just reach out to me. Ask me questions here if you guys want on what stuff means, and I'm willing to share. Okay, anyways, daily chart, we've come down below the moving average again. I also like on the Bollinger Bands how here when we were going down, you can see on this bottom, the Bollinger Bands is this blue cloud. We closed really easily outside of the bottom, which tells you that there's more strength going to the bottom side. Here, we didn't close as easily outside of the bottom, but notice that when we touched the top, we didn't really close outside nearly as easily as we did on the bottom side. We can go to the 4 hour, and it's even more drastic here when it comes to closing outside on the 4 hour. So, okay, on top of that, like I said, we also are down again below the moving average, which if we're below that, we want to look for more sells. If we're above it, we want to look for more buys. I go to the weekly just to verify, and the weekly, it's very common on any chart that we go up and retest this moving average before we move lower. Basically, if we're going down, like here we were going down a little bit, we're on the journey, right? Taking a flight. The plane has to go back and refuel. Okay, so we come back and we refuel to then go on another journey. All right, so that's the way I'm seeing it, just like the tide, right? For the tide to go out, it must come back in, and it'll go back out again, right? So same idea. I see that we're retesting this moving average here, and it looks like we're about to head on down. All right, feeling good. Okay, so these are on the higher time frames while I'm seeing good potential sells here. Hold on, my internet's a little slow. Let's go to connection of love. It's a little better. Hold up, cutting out. We froze. Let me know. Can you guys see me still? Can you see my screen? Cut out a little bit. Okay. I think we're back though. I think we're back. Okay. Anyway, so I was showing on the lower time frames. See, look at switch my chart and everything. Showing them the higher time frames, I mean, all the reasons why I think it's going to go down. So now if we go to the 1 hour here, one thing I was waiting on is we got this candle close here and this whole candle right here. We want this to close. We got 9 minutes. We can front run it though on the 15-minute to kind of guesstimate what's happening. But this wick right here, notice how kind of what I was saying on the higher time frames. Yes, we close outside of the top band here, which says, okay, there's more potential for upside. So we did go up more. But then when we went up, we touched the top band this time, we could not close outside of it, meaning the candle body. See how it's poking out here? It's not poking out here. Just the wick is poking out. So because of that, that tells me that, okay, the upside, the potential to go to the upside is now over. We're probably going to go down now, which we have. And since we're now below the moving average, again, on the 1 hour, look at, we even tested it, came up, came back down. I firmly believe that we're going to go lower. All right. And then look at now how this candle right here, I said it's a really common place for us to retest the moving average before we then continue, right? Whether that's to the upside or the downside. And notice how on this candle right here, the wick came up, touched the moving average, and is now moving down. Now, it can be, if you're a trader, it can be really exciting to just look at this and be like, oh, wow, let me enter right now, right? But the best traders are patient and they will, we wait. It doesn't matter because there's always another trade. Even if I miss out, even if this trade happened right before us, I'm like, hey, it's going to go down. We can make 10 grand from this right now. Until I have confirmation, until I'm like basically 100% sure, I'm not going to make the trade. I'm not going to risk something that I don't have to risk. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather be patient and wait for the actual, it's like fishing, right? Shout out to Kian for sharing this. What do you call it again? What's the word? I guess I'm still waking up because I can't think of the word, but an example, right? For fishing, it's a big difference for fishing to just cast your line with some bait on it and wait for the nibbles than it is to jump in after the fish with the net, trying to swim after them and catch them, right? All the fish are going to run away, swim away from you. But if you got bait, they all come to you. Okay, this is how trading works. If you just set yourself up, one, I'm patient. I don't need to make money. Okay, just that's the number one thing. If you're trading from a place of, I need to make money, you won't. Simple. So you got to be in that place. That's how we fish instead of hunt. I don't need to make money. I'm good. If I catch a fish, great. If I don't, doesn't matter. Great. I'm good either way. So when we can be in that place, we're going to do extremely well. So, okay. On that note, beautiful entry was up here. It is moving pretty strong, pretty fast. So I want to just make sure that we can get a good entry and that we can ride this down. And so I'm going to base my analysis, my potential levels off of the higher time frames initially. So let's see here. I mean, just those levels look really good. Okay. So we have two levels here that I drew basically because of the bottom and then also because the support level. We can see we touched it here, we went up, we touched it here, we went up, we touched it here, we went up, we touched it here, we went up. Here when we came down below it, we touched it, we went down. We kind of broke above it. Here we touched it, went down, touched it, went down, right? So this is a level. Now, when I'm making this trade, though, I can very clearly see because we're so close to this level that if I were to make the trade, my target definitely, if it was just this level here, I wouldn't even make the trade, period. Okay. I want to go for something that's going to last, that's going to have a larger impact on my account, right? Not just something that's just quick. Let me make a few pennies. And so this is also where being patient is really powerful. Okay. So I have this other line here that I drew as a target. Now I don't just make targets because, oh, it looks good. That's a good place for me to say that the price is going to go, but will it actually go there? Who knows? No. So let me tell you what I see. What I see here is we had the support line, right? The top one here. We touched it. We went up, right? And we came down, we touched it, we went up, and then we broke it. So us breaking it here, us going below, tells me that it's not the strongest line. So even though we did come back up, if this was strong support, we wouldn't have broke it, right? So that's number one. Number two is, since we came back above it and we've tested it now multiple times, and look, we tested it here, we went up strong. We tested it here, we went up, but just barely lower than the previous. And now look, we tested it and we went up just to here, and we're already going down to test it again. So this tells me also that this level is not very strong. The more that we, like chopping a tree down, you keep chopping it, eventually it's going to fall. So I would believe that because we've already broken the support level and we keep testing it, that it's not going to hold. All right. So that brings us to the next level, the next possible level. We have a tiny one that I see right here that could work potentially. But I'm more interested in this because, to me, this one right here, I believe that we will retest this. I'm very confident of it. And the reason why is because if this was strong support, we would have touched it and we would have went a completely new trend. We would have made new highs. What I mean is, you can see that we've been going down for a while. Here's a high, here's a low. Here's a lower high, here's a lower low. Here's a lower high, here's a lower low, right? We're going down. So because we're going down, we want to break that trend if we're going to go up. Okay, so what I mean is, since we touched this level, if it was actually support, if it was actually strong support, meaning it was going to move the trend and the price wasn't going to go lower, then we would have made new highs. But you can see, since we couldn't even break this low high here, and now we're testing it again. To me, we'll go to this level, and that's the first level that we're going to retest. I would say, if I were to guesstimate, this level probably won't even hold and we may go lower. But the way I make this trade, I'm going to base it off of my target being at this level. And let's go to the lower time frame. Vincent says really quick, sorry, Alan wants to see the monthly. Let's show the monthly. Boom, monthly. We look at the monthly, and thanks for pointing that out. Monthly is not a good place to enter a trade whatsoever. On the monthly, to enter a sell. It's a good location to enter a buy, but definitely not a sell. On the monthly here, we just got a Dragonfly Doji, and that is a strong reversal candle. Strong reversal candle, especially because we've seen support in this area. So if I were to base it off the monthly, heck no, I wouldn't make this trade. Off the weekly, looks decent. Weekly, I'd be willing to make the trade. Daily, definitely willing to make this trade. Could wait for a close, but that's in 6 hours. 4 hour looks really good as well. We're right at the support level. And 1 hour, we got 2 minutes till this 1 hour close, and this is looking good. So I feel like this is kind of a lower risk trade. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I'm just trying to emphasize, or not emphasize, but just be really sure in my mind. Emphasize the reasons why it could reverse. I guess I could say why I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay. I feel decent about it. I feel decent enough to take the risk. So how many pips stop loss? Great question. My stop loss is at 121,560. Let me measure the actual pips though. 114 pips stop loss. Going for a 267 pip win. We could go to the 5 minute here, and yeah, 5 minute even just looks, even if this comes up a little bit, I feel good about it. So I will watch it. Hey, Sanjeet, thanks for hopping on, brother. Blessings to you. Have a good day. And I'll share this to the Signal group, the recording. Okay. One hour. Yeah, it looks good. I don't like entering right here. Yeah, I don't like entering right where the price is. Like, I like to enter closer to the line, but it looks so good. And based off the daily, it is closer to the line. Yeah. Should I enter? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Gonna do it. We'll keep it tight though. Okay, give me a second while I enter this trade. And then I'll go through other charts. I really want to look at Bitcoin. Oh shoot. No, I just opened 2 trades for me. No, dang it. That's okay. Sometimes it does that. Those of you guys that know MetaTrader, sometimes it lags a little bit. I've done that so many times where I accidentally enter 2 trades. Yeah. But it's okay. Low risk for me. I'm basing my stop loss pretty tight. And I'm gonna move this into profit, the stop loss into profit as soon as I'm able to. So take profit here, 1.17745. Reminder, guys, last week, if you were on, and I see some of you that are on that I don't coach or I haven't coached before, we haven't worked together one-on-one. Those of you that were on last week, I announced one trade specifically, GBP AUD. I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, but I posted a few days ago that I made 4 grand in one day. I made 4 grand from those trades that I announced on last week's live stream, guys. I'm not saying like this trade that I'm making now, it totally could lose. Like every trade I make could lose. I'm not saying that this is going to be a 100%. But what I am telling you is if you just done what I said last week, you totally just copy what I did, you would have made some money. No doubt. On that note, this is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. So, make decisions on your own. But okay, I'm in the trade. Here on TradingView, I like to flag the ones that I'm looking at that look the best. Shout out to everyone who's in crypto. Do I want to go to crypto yet? Yeah, let's go to crypto. By the way, this chart, it's gonna go up a little bit. I'm just patient. Like I'm doing this on the high time frame, so I feel very good about this trade. Okay, let me just go to Bitcoin since I'm antsy about it. Yo, shout out to everyone who's following, everyone in the Signal group, everyone who's been joining these live streams. I've been telling everyone that Bitcoin might go down, and I still firmly believe it. There's nothing actually about the higher time frame charts that says it's going to go up. So whoever you're watching on Instagram or wherever you're watching them telling you, hey, Bitcoin's about to go up, don't listen to them. It could, but it's more likely that it will go down, right? Just like GameStop could go up. I don't play with those stocks, honestly, not one bit. So I don't really know what those stocks look like. But right, if you're going off of someone else's trading decision, unless you really, really, really trust them, if they're random on TikTok or Instagram, you're gambling. Simple as that. So a best bet is to learn how to do this yourself. And that's what I teach. For me, I'm in it. I get the most fulfillment when people are able to do this themselves, to trade profitably on their own, making money on their own, because that makes the world a better place. And on top of that, that's the type of people I need on my team to create the things I'm creating. Many other traders and trading coaches out there, you can tell that they're only in it for the money because they want to keep charging you forever. They want to, they teach you a little bit and then they want to just keep charging you, or, hey, you got to pay $1,000 a month and then I'll only coach you till you're paying that. Now, granted, I know I'm releasing a Discord group, but I believe that these live streams are extremely valuable. The fact that I was able to pop 4K in last week's live stream, heck yeah, we're going to charge $100 at least a month for this group, because it's worth that. So on that note, when the actual Discord, we're not going to teach how to trade in the Discord. We're going to share our trades and it'll be live streams like this. But that's what the mentorship is for, 100%. So anyway, okay, bringing it back. Bitcoin, why do I think it's going to go down? Well, once again, there's no signs that it's going to go up. So I actually think it's anyone that says it's going to go up should tell me why they think it's going to go up. You have the burden of proof here. But let me tell you what I see. Very simply, we're in a downtrend, right? We're going down. Simple as that. We have been going down consistently since November of 2021. Almost a year we've been going down now, okay? Last time I was in a crypto downtrend, technically, that bear run, It lasted 3 years before we started to make new all-time highs. This could do the same. All right, so be prepared for that. Just know that any crypto you have could go lower. It may go lower, and it may be a couple years before it comes back, and be okay with that. All right, this is the flow of it. This is catching the tide. The reason why we need to be okay with that is so that we can make an educated decision about when the market turns around so that we can profit at our best and profit the most, right? In the long term. So while things are going down, trading Forex, right? To consistently make an income weekly, monthly, even daily, right? And then crypto have that long-term vision. This is going to build wealth for me. This income that I'm creating from trading Forex, I will put into crypto for the next 3, 5, 10 years to create wealth for me, to create generational wealth for me, right? We're going to have another bull run in crypto. It's going to go up really strong. Bitcoin might go to 100, 200, 300K, and then it's going to come down again. It might drop all the way down to 50K, right? And then it's going to happen again. So these are market cycles. They will continue to happen. Happens everywhere. It's the seasons, right? It's the breath. I talk about this a lot. Okay, once again, we're going down, and it's very common. You see, I have all these purple lines, support and resistance. That when we break a support level, it turns into resistance. We retest it. Okay, so I can very clearly see that we just barely, when the price hit 25K, what was that? Last week or this week even? Let's go down to the daily. Yeah, okay. Earlier this week, a couple days ago, we hit 25K. See, back in May 12th to be exact, we had this strong wick that came all the way down where the price touched 25K and then bounced up. Notice how that was a support level, exactly where we see that bouncing up. We see this starting to bounce down. Now, we do have this little bit of a trend going. I can't deny low time frame trend of us not breaking the purple line, and we haven't broken it. So it means that there's a chance that we might not break it. We could bounce here. Although I do believe that that's not very likely. I do believe that we break the bottom and we go down from here. It's just an upward wedge. If the wedge is pointing upward, it's very common that the price ends up moving down. You can kind of see this is turning in, this is a wedge, right? If the wedge is pointing downward, it's often that the price ends up moving up. Since this wedge is pointing upward, it's very common for the price to move down from here. So yeah, continuation downward. What does that mean? Okay, to me, definitely have a target of 19K. Could be an easy trade. But I would say if we break 19K, goodbye, look out below. We're definitely going to go to like 13, 14. Okay. And I personally think 12. And these are where some of my big buys are located. 12,500 and 9,000. I also have money ready in case Bitcoin goes to 3,000. I'm planning on that. I won't have as much money at 3,000 as I'm putting in at 9,000, but I do have money ready. 9,000. Now, in the grand scheme, I want you guys to know that I'm also a Bitcoin maximalist, and I believe that Bitcoin will reach prices of $4 million one day. Do you guys want me to? Hey, hold up, right now, because people are like, yeah, right, Bitcoin $4 million. I can mathematically show you why I believe it will hit that. But I want to make sure that people are here listening, because if I show you this mathematically, you may also become a Bitcoin maximalist as well. So give me confirmation before I show them that either I'm going to continue in charts or I'm going to continue on this Bitcoin road that I'm on right now. And I'm going to share with you guys why you should be Bitcoin maximalists as well. So anyone comment, if you want me to tell you why I believe, show you mathematically why I believe Bitcoin will go to $4 million, tell me right now and I'll do it. Yasha already believes it. Okay, show us. Alan says. Matthew says yes. Nick says yes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we got Bitcoin here. First thing we have to look at is how much money is in. Come on. How much money is in the world? How much money is in the world? Money in the form of investments, derivatives, and cryptocurrencies exceeds 1.3 quadrillion. $1.3 quadrillion, all right? So hold on, let me get a little note up. I'm going to type this up live so I can walk this through. I've already done this for myself many times. Every time I like stop believing in Bitcoin, I like do this math here. Okay. Some people say 1.4 quadrillion. That one says 1.3 quadrillion. Now, this is only money, right? What I mean is this is only currencies, government currencies, dollars, yen, pesos, right? This is only stocks, derivatives, cryptocurrencies, right? That's all this is. This doesn't count real estate properties. This doesn't count assets like houses and jets and all. It doesn't count any of that. Okay, you guys see this? So because even though it's 1.3 quadrillion, 1,300 trillion dollars out there in just stocks, investments, not in the form of real estate, all that. Imagine how much more money just in real estate. Just think about that. How many houses and properties and all that exist that have been bought and purchased around the world? Because I'm saying that it's important to note that because I believe all of that will be on blockchain one day, and maybe even on Bitcoin, but definitely all on blockchain one day. The way that deeds and ownership and all that, NFTs, that's going to be the new way of ownership. How do you prove that you own this car, you own this house? My deed is an NFT. That's literally where everything is going. Okay, I want you guys to know that. It's just the easiest way to do it. Okay, 1.3 quadrillion. So that means 1,300 trillion dollars. 1,300. Now, let's go really quick. Oops. We're going to go to this website called CoinGecko, where we can look at all the information about all cryptocurrencies, and we can see what the total market cap of crypto is and was. So at its max, crypto in total, not just Bitcoin, crypto period got to 2.9, where is it? 2.945 trillion. So $3 trillion at its max. $3 trillion. $3 trillion at its max, right? Okay. Bitcoin by itself, I think if you just see what I see right now, you see how crypto was less than how much percent is that? That's going to be 0.05%. I'll look at the math and I'll do the math in a minute. Okay. Bitcoin by itself. Let's see what Bitcoin by itself got to when it was at 3 trillion. All crypto market total value $3 trillion. Bitcoin got up to 1.2 trillion of that. 1.2 trillion. So Bitcoin got almost half of that 3 trillion that crypto maxed out at. Okay. A $1.2 trillion Bitcoin, $1.2 trillion market cap. Market cap is all the value, all the money in that market. Okay. $1.2 trillion. It got the price of Bitcoin all the way up to 69,000. Okay. 69,000 at 1.2 trillion. So let's just do that math. Let's just keep that math there. 1.2 trillion at 69,000. And let's just be realistic here for a moment. And let's talk about the financial situation of the world. Bitcoin is the only currency that exists that is 100% decentralized and proven that it cannot be killed. Okay? No other cryptocurrency has proven that it cannot be killed. Even one of my favorite cryptos, Solana, the market has been shut down multiple times. And I believe that in 10 years, everyone's going to forget about those and that it's all part of making the market better now. But yes, like Bitcoin has had like the lowest downtime in any cryptocurrency. Countries like India and China have banned Bitcoin mining, and done everything they can to shut it down, yet it's still around, okay? Miners have had to move and shut down, and when China banned Bitcoin last year, Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin lost like 20% of its mining, like its computing power, 20% of the size of the miners of the market. But it all came back. Everyone moved to different countries. It all came back within a couple months and then went higher. Okay. On top of that, there are Bitcoin satellites that exist separate from the internet. So even if the internet goes down, Bitcoin will still be running. You right now can go get your own satellite to where you can connect to the Bitcoin network satellite without having to connect to the internet at all. So Bitcoin runs without the internet, even though most people that use Bitcoin are using the internet when they use Bitcoin. Okay, I'm just stating facts here. All currencies are run in debt. All government currencies are run in debt. That's how they make more money. That's how they send more money out and expand the economy, is by giving debt. So Kian, you're in a class, love it, loving this session, appreciate you, bro. Okay, so everyone, if the government currencies is based off of debt. Bitcoin is true value. When you have Bitcoin, you own the Bitcoin, period. Okay, you can get loans of Bitcoin and all that, but banks, the government allows banks to put zeros in their accounts without having the cash on hand to make the economy bigger artificially. Okay, that's what banks do. So it's all fake. It's all fake. I believe that. Let's just. I'm not even going to go into it. I believe that Bitcoin will gain. Not Bitcoin specifically, but crypto, I believe, will gain 50% of this 1.3 quadrillion, at least 50%. Okay. I want to do the math really quick on if crypto just got 10%, just 10% of the 1.3 quadrillion. Because right now it only got, hold on, let me do the math. 1,300 divided by 1.2. Oops, 1.2 divided by 1,300. Okay, so Bitcoin got 0.001% of the total money in the world. 0.001%. That's when it was at its max of 69,000. Okay, so let's just do this quick math. 1,300 trillion in the world. Let's overestimate Bitcoin. Let's say that it got even more than it did, just to give Bitcoin more strength and to make the math easier for us. Or we can even say there's less money in the world. Let's do this. Let's say there's less money in the world. Let's say there's 1.2, even though there's 1.3 quadrillion. I just want to make the math easier for me. So Bitcoin got 0.001% of that total value. Okay, what if Bitcoin got just 5%? Just 5% of the total money in the world. 1.2. Let me just do the math because my math sucks. Some of you probably already have the answer. So if you have the answer quicker than me, let me know. But 1.2, there is million, billion, trillion, quadrillion times 0.05. That comes to $60 trillion. Only 60 trillion for Bitcoin to have 5% of all the money in the world. So do I believe this is possible? I believe this is more than possible. I believe Bitcoin will have probably 20, 30%, if not more, of all the amount. I eventually believe that crypto will be 70, 80% of all the money in the world. Okay. So 5% is nothing. So Bitcoin at $60 trillion. Let's do the math really quick. Total supply. There are 21 million Bitcoins in existence. Not in existence. There are 19 million Bitcoins in existence. There will only ever be 21 million, period. So far, there are 2 million that do not yet exist. All right. They have to be mined. They have to be released. So let's just do the math, though. Okay. Let's just act like they are released. So right now, it's even a little bit more scarce than what it is. $60 million. I'm sorry, 60 trillion, which is only 5% of all the money in the world. Only 5% to go into crypto. Are you serious? To go into Bitcoin? Only 5%. $60 trillion divided by 21 million Bitcoin. You guys can see this. That number is $2,857,142. That's if Bitcoin only gets 5% of all the money that's in the world, not including real estate. This is including stocks, all that. If you guys know what crypto is, know what blockchain is, and know how it's going to change the world, you know that literally everything will be on blockchain. Everything. There's no doubt. Stocks will be traded on blockchain. Shares will be given on blockchain. Ownership in companies, the companies that I'm creating right now, different they're all on blockchain. So that's the way everything is going, and that's going to pump the markets of everything. So imagine all these businesses that are doing billions and trillions of dollars a year. Imagine just Apple alone, a $1 or $2 trillion company that will eventually be on blockchain. It might take 10, 20 years. Who cares? But I just showed you how Bitcoin could reach $2.8 million by only getting 5% of all the money in the world. And I believe that it will get something like 30 to 40%. It could be, once again, 10, 20, 30 years. So yes, even music and art has already started. Nyasha, you got it. You're 100%. And it's just going to continue to expand there. I have, when you're in the space, you're working with developers, all the old businesses that are run on like the old way, shareholders and board of directors, and everything's done by paper, right? Digitally a little bit, but it's all based off of humans. Humans are doing it all. They call those legacy businesses. Legacy. What's your family legacy, right? History. It's in the past, right? It's gone. So the new way of doing this, new businesses are decentralized. It's just clear. It's transparent. That's the way the world's going. That's what we're all calling for as a human race. So that means Bitcoin. What does that mean right now? If you were to put your money in right now, well, first of all, you could put your money in now and it probably go down by 50%, I believe, within the next 6-8 months. Okay. However, I'm telling you that probably, it could be 10, 20 years, but if Bitcoin got to $2.8 million, divided by 23,000, 121x from here. So basically, I'm telling you that if you put in $1,000 right now and you just waited like 10 to 20 years, that it would still, and you only put it in Bitcoin, you would still probably have like 100 grand, maybe 150 grand. You know what I'm saying? Just from putting $1,000 in now. I'm telling you that Bitcoin will still probably go lower. And I'm also telling you that there are much better investments than Bitcoin in the crypto space, because there are so many coins that have to go so much farther to go. Like, I think Solana will go to $3,000 one day, and that's lowballing. And Solana's at $41. I think Ethereum will go to $100,000 one day. It's at 1,800. I think that, let's see, XRP, sure. I don't like XRP because it's bank coin. Profits don't care about politics, but I care about love and freedom for the world. And XRP does not represent that. XRP is giving more power to the banks. So as much as any one of you on here, if you're into XRP and you love it, that's good. You will make money by having money in XRP and just waiting. 100% you will. But you are also contributing to the people who have fucked over humanity so many times over the last hundreds of years. All the banks. XRP is bank coin. So by investing and buying bank coin, you are investing into banks. You are investing into people who have committed fraud on all people. Really, except for the ones that aren't living in the system, right? Shout out to all of them. So anyways, what I'm getting at, guys, is you still can make a lot of money from it. XRP will probably go to $100 one day. It's at $37 right now. The key to crypto is, when we're going through bear markets like this, keep money on the side ready to throw down. If you're really, really sharp and you believe in yourself, you could trade it, but I barely even trade it. I mostly just kind of watch and wait for the long term. But you want to get into the projects that are still providing value and still around through the bear market and after the bear market. The great thing about the bear market and when the markets are going down and all this contraction is all the things that are based off of lies and based off of, that aren't providing real value, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to go out of business. They're going to run out of money, and it makes it better in a better playing space and a better field for all those things that are providing value. So I've been through this before. I'm so grateful. Seriously, I got in Bitcoin in 2016. So I got to see all the way up in 2017, all the way down. And here I got to watch this whole thing go all the way up, and I'm watching it come all the way down. And I'm patient. And the number one thing that I learned from this bull market is that crypto is going nowhere. After this one, when it crashed, I was like, dang, crypto really might die. Maybe this isn't a thing. And so I really did doubt it. But now I have no doubt. No doubt, because it's what the world needs. So I don't care if Bitcoin goes to $1, I'm going all in, okay? So not going all in right now, though. Don't do it right now. Okay. But there are times you will find me during the bull market where 90% of my money is in crypto, of all the money that I have. Like 10% my bank to just buy food and pay bills, that's how much I believe in it. And there will be a time one day where I will not have bank accounts. I have developers right now that are building a blockchain for me for something that they're that way. I only pay them in crypto. They have no bank accounts. So one thing that you mentioned, Alan, was what can I buy with it? I don't even know how much quadrillion dollars is or looks like. Yeah. Imagine 1 million, imagine 10 million, imagine 100 million, imagine Elon has 200 million, right? Elon has, or 200 billion, I'm sorry. Elon Musk has 200 billion, maybe 300, I don't know. And that's still, you still have to, that's 20 out of 100, if you will, right? So if 1 trillion, if we put it at 100, that means 200 billion is only 20 out of 100 and $1 trillion. So Elon Musk is only 20 out of 100 of a trillion. And that's still only 1%. To get to that 100, that's only 1%. Is that right? Yeah. 1% of a quadrillion, right? So Elon Musk is 2% of 20% of 1% of 1 quadrillion, if that makes sense. Okay. So anyways, doing the math, trying to make it more simple. But next question is, what can you buy with Bitcoin? I just first and foremost, this is why Bitcoin's so great, because we're so in the beginning. El Salvador has made Bitcoin a currency. Okay. So El Salvador, it's countrywide. You have to, anywhere you're using money, they have to accept Bitcoin, period. So you can pay all your bills, your rent, your McDonald's, all of it in Bitcoin. Chile, Yasha's talking about Chile. Yes, Chile is great. Chile is adopting Bitcoin. Guatemala.
No, that was Chow. That was me saying
what
Chow.
Was that?
Like that was like honey Chow.
I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. It's getting better and better. And more people are open and accepting it. The place that I just traveled to a couple weeks ago, Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, is called Bitcoin Lake. It's nicknamed Bitcoin Lake, and everyone there accepts Bitcoin. I took a bunch of photos. You guys maybe saw some of the drone footage. This is where I was. So beautiful. All the little towns, the little shops, like the Mayans there selling the handmade stuff, except Bitcoin. So yeah, Ciao Bella. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Oh, you said Ciao Bella. You didn't mean to say Chile. I just got that now. That's so funny. Yeah. So Lake Atitlan is great. If you come here to Tulum, some places accept crypto. You can get by. I was paying rent in crypto. You just got to ask if you're renting a place here, but you can definitely get away with it. And if you want a place that they don't accept crypto, I have a connection here that will give you cash for your crypto without having to transfer it to a bank. So you'll pay much less than what you'd pay in taxes. It's a 5% thing. So that's another way around it. So yeah, this is the way, guys. This is the way. And this is freedom. And I want to go back to, in the beginning of this call, I talked about imagine having access to everything but owning nothing. This is what we're creating. Okay, all this is going to be on blockchain. This fund is going to fund all these things. Full intentions are to where people invest in this fund, that they're members for life, and that our intentions are that people don't ever have to pull money out of the fund. That the fund paid by investing money into it, all the money that you're earning, you can use that money to pay your phone bill. We're going to have access to to phone companies that you can pay your cell phone bill automatically through this fund. You invested a little bit and we're trading it, and you're investing into other companies, crowdfunding other companies. And yes, you'll be able to pay for your cell phone. You want to travel? You can use your money in the fund to buy your plane tickets, or even to schedule the private jet to come pick you up, right? You want to rent some cool cars, depending on the cities. We'll have cars in every area. You want to go rent a beach house? We're looking at land here in this place, Lake Atitlan, to have on this fund, where everyone who is part of the fund, everyone who is contributing, will be able to stay at this place for free. So like we're looking at all that. It's all going to happen. Right now is just getting the system in place for people to invest and to grow it. So we'll take some time, but anyways, I'm just telling you guys what's coming and why this is also important, and also importantly why all this, to do all this, I'm not going to be able to do anything alone, number one. And any one of us, all the things that we can do are great. We're all very powerful. If you're on the stream, you're very powerful. There are a lot of people in this world who are not very powerful. Okay. They have the ability to become powerful. But you guys here, if you're shown and you're able to vibe at my frequency, like you're able to hear me, at some level, you're powerful. Okay. And I only say this because I put a lot of time into increasing my awareness, my consciousness, my energy, my spiritual power, if you will. So pat yourself on the back. What I'm getting at is we're all powerful. We could do amazing things, but the things that we can accomplish together are way greater than any one of us could ever do. And it compounds. It literally compounds. You put two powerful people together, they're going to be able to accomplish what 3 or 4 people could do. You put 3 people together, the energy compounds. They're going to be able to accomplish what 6 to 10 people could do, right? So I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep doing calls to action. As I keep building the team, we get the right people for everything. If anything I'm saying interests you, if you're down for anything I'm saying, if you're interested in contributing to anything I'm saying, let's talk. Hit me up. Let me know more. Let's see where you're at, and let's see how we can start making this happen. So, anyway, feeling good. I didn't go through many charts. Let's go check our trade really quick and let's see how it's doing. It hasn't really moved much. Looks like we bounced a little bit. So, yeah, we'll just watch it. Be patient. Let's see if we can find any other trades. It's crazy. I just noticed the energy, just like I was like super high energy with everything I was talking about. And now I'm like, let's go look at charts. So I want to bring it back and just chill it out a little bit, because I know my energy can get intense when I'm talking about the things I'm passionate about. And so even charts, it's easy for me to get really passionate about charts. And so that's why I gotta watch my emotions with charts as well. Euro USD looks really good too. And I would just say it's moving the same as British pound USD. And that we can catch the same trade. Bringing it back to charts is like having a joint. Yeah, exactly. Come back to current reality. On that note, I'm going to take a rip really quick. I don't like to like smoke in front of public or anything, but I'm not going to lie. I do smoke. It calms me down. I have a very, they call it, when I was a kid, they call it ADHD. And so I think it's a really powerful way that my mind works. And so marijuana, now granted, this isn't the only way. Like I sometimes will go on breaks or I won't smoke for a long time. Right now is not that, I'm not in that place in my life. But I was, like 4 or 5 months ago. And so anyways, what I'm getting at is I have what people call ADHD. And I think it's actually a superpower that anyone who has ADHD, their brains are able to, and I think that ADHD, by the way, when I explain these superpowers, I think these are powers that literally every human has. It's just that those who are born with ADHD are just a little more sensitive to it, and all of this can be acquired. And exactly, we process information so much faster. And on top of that, we're able to tap into energies and frequencies that other people are not. And so when we can tap into people's emotions very, very easily. A lot of people who have ADHD are also very empathic and tapped into other people's emotions. And it's really, really easy to, yeah, same. I've been growing up my whole life, just so sensitive. I have to sometimes, like, I have a girlfriend, right? And we've been living together. We've been dating for a couple of years. We have separate bedrooms. We sleep in the same room most nights, but sometimes we sleep separate because I'm so sensitive to energy. It's really easy for me to get lost in other people's energy. And so I have to be centered and go back and be with myself. And so, but yes, ADHD is a superpower. And you'll notice that sometimes when I talk, if I ever stutter or if I like switch subjects really fast, it's because my brain is able to process like 5 pieces of information at 1 second, but I only have one mouth. So I can't say the 5 things at the same time, you know? And so it can be overwhelming sometimes. Marijuana helps me to slow down and kind of organize those thoughts sometimes. But it's very powerful to have a life where you can do that without anything. You know, it's a medicine. Marijuana is a medicine or a tool. So I've been able to manage my ADHD though also without it. But because of all the things that I'm doing, you know, I'm trading and I'm coaching on trading and I'm live streaming and I'm creating this fund, and I got another top secret project I'm doing, and then I'm working on Token of Me, tokenizing flow state. So, you know, all these things that I'm doing, marijuana definitely helps to just like kind of organize it all, because it can be really easy to tap into things. Another thing with those who have ADHD, or if you're an empath, if you ever have nights where you're like, your thoughts are going crazy, like endless, like, wow, I cannot sleep, my thoughts are going crazy, they are not your thoughts. I want you to know that. If you are ever laying awake and you're just like, you just uncontrollable, you can't stop your thoughts, I would think about what you did that day and who you were around. The time, if you go into public, you are at someone who is empathic, you're able to tap into the ether where everyone's thoughts are, where energy is, where chi, prana, where all that exists. And we can't see it, but our mind can see it. And so, and feel it. So for me, if I go out in public and I don't do the rituals that I should do to protect my energy, or after I go out in public, I don't do a ritual to banish all energies that are not mine, to clear the energy out, then I'm going to have these thoughts that I tapped into. They're just going to roll in my mind over and over and over and over and over. And it's going to relate to my own thought. I'm going to think they're my thoughts, and I'm going to relate these ideas to that came from other people to my own life, and it's going to cause me to overthink. When in reality, I'm tapping into, I tapped into other people's frequencies, and I was around them long enough for their frequency to affect my aura and to stick in my aura for a little bit. And eventually it does go away on its own when you spend time on yourself, but it's more powerful to be direct and to banish it all and clear it all out directly instead of waiting for it to go. So anyways, yeah, I love it. I love that. I knew that I wasn't the only one here with ADHD. It's a label because it is a superpower, and people like Steve Jobs, for instance, he's someone with ADHD. The government wants people to take pills because the more power people realize they have, the less power governments have. And so, and it's not governments specifically, it's people with money, the pharmaceutical companies. If you were well and you knew the power of your mind, and you knew you were well and you could be well all the time, and if you weren't well, your mind was powerful enough to make you well. Well, if everyone knew that, the pharmaceutical companies wouldn't make any money. So it's better yet to tell parents and to tell kids, tell people, hey, actually, oh, do you experience this? Are you not able to focus in school where we're teaching you bullshit that doesn't matter? Oh, well, you have a problem. You have ADHD. You need to take this pill. And when reality, we're like, our brain, our body, our soul knows, like, wow, I'm sitting in this classroom and they're teaching me this stuff that literally I will never use the rest of my life. And they're mad at me because I can't pay attention when they're teaching me this bullshit. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sleeping in others' energy, that's a projector thing. Yes, yeah. Projector, empath, you know, most people are empathic. If you guys are into human design, it is a projector thing. It's very good to be away from others. So anyways, yeah, I there's so much that I could talk about with ADHD, and I will. But right now I'm chilling, talking about trading and everything I'm doing. So we'll expand it as we get more space. So okay, anyway, you're bringing it back to charts. That was the whole thing to tell you guys why I'm about to take a rip. So plus, sometimes I think I like to smoke instead of drinking coffee. Most people, they smoke and it like calms them down, you know. Sometimes I drink coffee and it calms me down. So anyway, okay. So Euro USD here looks the same as GBP USD. I would say like exact same, like we could make this trade. with the same intention. You can see I already drew it out. And maybe I will enter this one. Oh, she looks beautiful. Wow, she's so pretty. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I've had this trade waiting, so this could play out a little ways. I already drew this before. See, we're in a heavy downtrend. Looks like we're going to continue. We're down below the moving average. Here in this one pattern I can show you too is see how we went up, we went down, we went up, we went down, we went up. Okay, I like to sort those individual movements out in my mind. So see how this one is an upward movement, and two swift candles, two downward candles, we overtook that one upward movement, just like that. So because in two candles, we were able to overtake what four upward candles did, that I'm not sharing. Oh my gosh. Again. Okay, hold up. Rewind. Okay, come back to the chart. Okay. I like to sort out the movements, upward movement, downward movement, upward movement, downward movement, upward movement. Okay. I see this upward movement here. This is an individual one. I can see in two bearish candlesticks, big ones, we were able to overtake that one upward movement. So because we were able to do that, in two candles, that tells me the people selling have more strength than the people buying. Oh, Joseph's been direct messaging Alan. He thought he was messaging to all of us. Yeah, bro. So Joseph, I haven't seen, the last message I saw from you was we're fishing, not hunting. So if you have anything that you said that you want to share with what we're talking about, please feel free to share. Yeah, let's go. Okay, anyways, so I believe it's going to go down. Yesterday's daily candle was kind of weak sauce. It could tell us, though, it is a hammer, so it could be a little bit of a reversal candle. But for me, I think it's just a, hey, let's pause to see. The fact that we're not bouncing up really strong tells me there's not a lot of support, or we would have started bouncing by now. And we can see that what I was telling you guys about Bollinger Bands earlier, it was really easy to close to the downside over here. But when we went to the upside, we kept getting rejected. So because we're getting rejected, we're not able to close outside. To me, the downside looks more fun, looks more likely. My target is this next line here. So it's literally the same trade almost as GBP USD. Since we already tested this line down here, see we have this little bit of support, you know, right now, just like on GBP USD. We got this little bit of support, right? And I'm intending for that to break. I'm expecting it to. And then we could go to our next line. Now, I believe that this next line will not hold, though, because we've already tested it and we weren't able to continue higher. So I believe we're going to go down even lower. So, yeah, that's why I'm making this trade. And I'm going to call it with those two trades. I'm not going to make another trade. So GBP USD and both Euro USD, selling them. Oh, I did say, I'm sorry, Sanjeet, you might be watching this recording now. But I didn't go over the S&P 500 like I'm going to right now. And I'm glad Keon's on. Keon's Stock King. He has, I would say, a much better opinion probably about the S&P 500 than I do. See that? Look at that. See the hyperactivity in my brain? I just said, I'm going to make this trade on Euro USD. And before I even opened my phone and actually made the trade, I'm already talking about the next thing and on to it. And so that's sometimes it's a challenge. I wish that that the earth could move as fast as my brain. Wish I could just say, hey, make this trade, and then all of a sudden the trade happens. But anyway, yeah. Okay, Euro USD getting into a sell. And my stop loss here is going to be based off the previous high, which was all, you know, the resistance level, which is also a support level from before. So it's flip-flopped. I'm giving it a little space. So 1.03899. Come on. I don't know why it's not letting me make the trade. Sometimes it does that if it's off the quote. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Got the sell in. Perfect. Okay, stop loss above the high and take profit. So my stop loss is a pretty big, I guess. 220 pips stop loss. But my take profit, 437. Take profit is down at 97297. I think though, to be honest, we'll probably logical level. We might, I don't know. See, we already touched the 1.0, so never mind. Never mind. Wow, I think that's gonna go low. 9.7. Okay, let's do it. Feels good. That's what the analysis says. Plan your trade, trade your plan. 1.03. That's a good trade, guys. I feel comfortable with it. Also knowing full well, I could totally embarrass myself, and both these trades I made could both go the opposite way. I'm totally okay with that. That's why I have a stop loss. Always, I never open a trade without a stop loss. I don't. If you are a trader and if you have any trade open without a stop loss, you're not a trader. You're not a good one. So, okay. S&P 500. We can make that transition now.
I'm here if you need me for that, Cody.
What's that?
I'm here if you need me.
Okay, yeah, awesome. I'd love to see what you're thinking. I don't know if you're in a place where you're at charts or not, but I'll just say really quick what I see, and then I'd love to hear your opinion, Kian.
Yeah. Yep.
Very basically, we just hit a resistance level. I see that because you can see back here in April, we came down, we tested the bottom Bollinger Band, and we bounced up and we tested this level 2 times. Boom, boom. You can see that we went down. So we just got to this level again. And we seem to be rejecting, at least temporarily. Now, this does, because we have changed the trend. Let me show you how. Bing.
Hey, Keon, you have an echo.
Oh, I think you just muted. Perfect. Okay, so you guys can see we were in this downtrend, heavy downtrend. And we have broken that. We came above the downtrend. So because this rejected doesn't mean to me, I don't personally believe that we're going to continue to make new lows. Let's look at the higher time frame. Yeah, higher time frame in the weekly. That was a beautiful place for us to bounce. That was a resistance level in 2020. We basically bounced and touched that. We also saw it as support 2021 January. So yeah, I personally think that we'll probably just kind of continue up. Looks like the stock market's coming back. Yay. No recession? Apparently not. That was it. Thanks for the show, guys. Thanks for coming. What levels could I see? So it is going down though right now. We did just reject. It looks like a pretty good short, pretty good sell for the short term. So I'm going to just draw the potential levels that I see we could bounce. So I'd be super curious to see Keon's fib levels. So this is all just my own eyes. This first level I see because we touched it as resistance on June 2nd. The second level I see because we had it as support on February 23rd, on May 2nd, a little bit on May 6th, and then that resistance once again on June 2nd, and resistance again on August 4th. So I believe that we could come down to that level and test and come up, and that's at the 4190 level. I wouldn't get into a long-term sell. If you're a trader though, and you're good with stocks, you're familiar, this could be a good scalp short. But for me, the way I trade, I would just be on the sidelines waiting for the buy. Even if I did trade stocks, which I really don't too much, I'm just kind of sideline waiting for that entry. So that's what I see. Keon, what do you see? And are you in a place where you could share charts or just your words? It's all good. Either way, you're blessing us. I don't know if he's around. I don't know if you can hear. You're muted, Keon.
Hey guys, yeah. So I'm happy to share my charts, and I need to share screen, Cody, and then I'll just show you guys something real quick, and then switch it back over to you.
Perfect. I think you should have access now.
Okay. Can you guys see everything?
Perfectly.
Okay. So I have this scanner that I had built that basically measures Fibonacci levels. So basically everything, this is taking the 30-minute range from the market open, so from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. And then it takes that entire range and then projects how far the Fibonacci's are. So most of the market is in sell mode right now. We have a macro structure. So the macro structure here, these dark purple lines are sort of what I've been watching recently. We came really close to this 9.236. This was, in my opinion, this was sort of just a sweep to the upside to clear out the positions that they were accumulating on this run. We've obviously switched into a downtrend on the 15-minute or so. The uptrend is definitely broken, but like Cody, I really don't think we're going to go too far down. There are like economic reports coming out today, and the Fed has their minutes at 2 o'clock. So a lot of this is just manipulated to reposition for post Federal Reserve meetings. So right now, there's this really beautiful impulse. These light blues, I've been watching them. So these 5 level around 428 has rejected really nicely. If I extended this upward to higher levels, we'd probably have like a 13 or a 14 somewhere around here defining our top. But what I'm watching for is if there's going to be a bounce in this zone right here. So between 425, yeah, in the 425 range, I'd like to see if there's a bounce. If there's not, we could absolutely see more downside. 423 would be a pretty reasonable target, just based on, yeah, I mean, if this cracks, there's really not much volume in this area here. There's not much buying, or sorry, there's not much like block orders, right? So these are where the block orders are, where more people are just sitting and waiting to enter. Versus this area, right? It moves so quickly that in general, people are not going to be comfortable jumping in, like big investors are not comfortable jumping in during these spikes, right? So you see the same kind of spike energy every time we're in this range. So if we do enter this range here below 425, there could be a pretty quick drop all the way down to 423.26. For now, however, we are holding, I think there's an 8.6 in here. So that's one of my charts. The other one is this one. So this is measuring more from the top. So we had an impulse from the absolute top here. These orange lines are kind of defining the movement there. So it's just been a pretty significant all-day downtrend here. Bounced off of this 1.236. Now we're cracking under the 2. So honestly, I really wouldn't mind seeing us come down all the way to 424 to 423.39 before reversing and re-entering a bull pattern. It won't be as strong as last time. So it's going to be a slower move up because now sellers are starting to step into this space. But I think we should get another move up to at least 428, maybe 430 after finding a place to reverse. I'd say the absolute bottom I'd look for is like 422.71, and we should absolutely get a little bullish action after that. So that's it from my weather report.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Keon. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks great. I was definitely doing the higher time frames, and so it's amazing how much different the lower time frames look and more accurate.
It is. And like I'm not thinking, I'm not strictly thinking in terms of like the micro picture, just to clarify. Like there's definitely, my interest is in the big picture, but one of the problems I have presenting my information is that I have a very, my SPY chart, my US 500 charts are very, very busy and complicated. So yeah, you just have to take my word for it. But this could be the bottom today, guys. It really could. If this holds above 425.56 for like another 30 to 45 minutes, then I would say it's definitely the bottom, unless the Fed minutes have something bearish to present us. So let me get off my share screen.
Heck yeah, bro.
And Zoom.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. So the
Appreciate it.
floating panel disappeared. There we go.
Hey, so Keon, Alan said, can you show us how you drew that fib? But I don't think you should show that here whatsoever. Save that. Alan is in the Signal group. So Alan, if you want to talk to Keon, he could definitely show you. And actually, Alan, you were one of the original people that had access to the previous Fibonacci group coaching that Keon did. So check that. You're in that Discord, so check that one out too. There's a lot of videos that show you did 10 total, or Keon did 10 total calls. And so you have access to all those. He teaches how to do them, how to read it, all of it. So for everyone else that wants to know more about Fibonacci, Keon, I think said pretty soon, you're probably in September going to do another group.
Yep.
Is that right? Cool.
Yep.
Okay. So if you're part of the Ascended Trader coaching, the full mentorship will make sure that you're in it. You're included. If you start with the mentorship now, for those of you that have already had access, which if you're in here, you've already seen it. And I think everyone else here that's in the mentorship has seen your fib system. But anyways, for those of you that haven't, if you are pretty good at trading, if you're pretty good, you got to be pretty good to be able to work with Keon. Then, and you know what you're doing, definitely, you know your way around charts. And even if you're either 50-50 profitable or you can see what it takes to be profitable, that's the time that it is a good time to work with Keon. On the other note, if you're hold on, I just lost my train of thought here. If you're not in the mentorship, Keon system, the group will be available for everyone. I'm going to announce it on the Ascended Trader account. And if you're not following Keon, his Instagram account is Charts Made Easy. I know he'll announce it there as well. So this Fibonacci system is so powerful. Every single person that went through the Fibonacci system, like I taught people how to trade and trade pretty good and to be profitable, but the consistency of their profitability before and after they worked with Keon is you can't argue it. Like it's insanely different. Nick can share some of his profits that he's been doing in the demo account. I know he has been in the group. Nick went through the Fibonacci system and he's been slaying it. Hannah has been slaying it. Ricardo has been doing extremely well. So anyways, I just wanted to say, like, Keon's system is amazing. He developed it. When he has it, he calls, or well, I guess when we market at the Ascended Trader, we call it Ascended Fibs. But the name that he came up for initially is Genesis Fibs, which I absolutely love. And so just so you guys know, this is the only place that you can find it. Keon is the only person that has this available. So
I just wanted to share screen for a moment. You know, this is a group of people who were really, really committed to the Fibonacci system. So they went through the 10 classes. And we have a mastermind community that we got started afterwards. And this is just some of the content from there. So, you know, I make call outs in this channel. And the idea is to really help people identify areas where they should be shorting or going long. But the only time I really share plays with people is when they understand the underlying logic of why I'm doing so. So I can, you know, kind of show you guys where things tend to bounce and where they reverse. That's the main function of the Fibonacci system, is to show you reversals. So you can see, like right here, 13,609 on NASDAQ, up to this 13,671 level, and then back down, right? It's very, very precise in how things play out. Google ended up dropping from 122 down to like 119. Nvidia has dropped from 190 down to 181. So that's a massive drop. And we were just looking at AMAT, which is a different semiconductor. It's getting a beautiful bounce off this 2.618, 100% playable like right now, as long as it doesn't break below about 104.22. It should be in an uptrend. And yeah, I mean, the system's beautiful, and like, thank you so much, Cody, for mentioning it. I think it's the best thing I've ever done in my life, is create this system, and it's had a huge impact on the people I've learned with.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and I'm really happy that you're willing to present and share it with the world. And yeah, it's huge, super, super big. So yeah, guys, look out on his Instagram, Charts Made Easy, or on mine, The Extended Trader, for the announcement for the group if you're not in it. Yeah, I'm stoked, man. Really, really excited. And the Discord, I'm really starting to feel like I'm getting comfortable with the flow, and I feel like we got the right people. Probably going to be another couple weeks of free live streams available for everyone, and then we're going to take this private. So I'm going to have my video editor just go through all these live streams and cut up, and we'll just share all the stuff from it to market it. If you guys are available, those of you that are watching this now, what I will tell you right now, special deal, when we do take this private, where there's a paywall, we will give you all a lifetime discount on the actual group. So yeah, guys, like, just we're gonna definitely take care of everyone here, especially if you guys you're helping to found this. Just being here, sharing your energy, asking your questions, and all that, just so much more than you know. So appreciate you all, and if you love it, share it. If you love what we do, share it, tell everyone about it. That's how we're going to make this vision happen. And once again, like I said earlier, if there's anything that you feel that you could contribute to the vision of what we're creating here, or if you love trading and you want to contribute to teaching others to achieve financial freedom, it's more than the money, right? It's definitely a mindset. It's most of it. Just definitely reach out to me. But I feel pretty expressed. Keon, is there anything else that you wanted to share before I call it?
Nope. Love you guys. I love that you're all here.
Yes.
It's amazing working with people, and just seeing you guys grow and develop as traders and as humans. Because like Cody says all the time, like, it's really about your psychology, your affirmations, what you really believe, what you really embody, is the key to being successful in anything in life. Trading is just a skill that you end up bringing your level of consciousness to, and the higher level of consciousness, your patience, your ability to allow the market to be what it is, and do the things that it does, and learn to trust that. You know, Cody's got you on that, man. Cody, dude will change your life.
Hey,
Snap
bro.
a finger.
Takes one to know one.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. Nyasho, really quick, yes, I did see your message on Discord, and that was lucky. I don't actually really look at messages on Discord too much right now. I have so many other places I receive messages. So if you want to reach out, best place to reach out to me is on Instagram, because I have myself and I have a couple assistants that are also watching the Instagram. So if I even don't see the message right away, you know, they will, and they can pass it on. But Nyasho, one thing I wanted to mention is directly, you had talked about an investment opportunity into a property. What I told you last time, and I'll tell you again, is what I need if you're looking for investor money, even if it's in buying a property, I need to see a pitch deck. I need to see you showing, here's the investment amount we're looking for, here's why we're looking for it, and here's your projected profit if you make this investment. if you show me that, I'll look at it myself, but I have I have other friends that have even more money than I do. And I have the people to show. So, but even so, please, guys, reach out to me on Instagram. That's gonna be the best place to get a hold of me. But okay, other than that,
Okay.
yeah, awesome. I'm glad
Hey,
you.
sorry. You want
No,
me to reach out on Instagram? Because it's not my own private investment. It was just for if you're looking for anyone, if you know anyone or yourself was looking to invest in those sorts of businesses. I have a contact that works for a merger and acquisitions company that's very reputable. And it's just a all around, like your type of good energy, good soul type person.
I love it.
Very much higher conscious, higher thinking, so I figured that you would appreciate a connection like that in that sort of industry if you or anyone else that was looking to do that sort of like acquisitions.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. When I have more space, I can talk more about it. Right now, me personally and the people that I know that I work with, it's more of like they like to see the pitch decks for them, because all the things I'm investing in, I'm not actively seeking things to invest in, if you will. And same with these people. That's why they're not actively seeking. And for me personally, it's just because of my time. But if something pops up and if it flows and I can see the numbers and it makes sense, then it'll prompt me for sure to get on a call. So
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
But,
thank you.
Yeah, otherwise, if you feel really strong about it, you feel really good about it, DM me on Instagram, and I can at least send you a link to, you and I can schedule a call for like 15-20 minutes and talk about it. Go more in depth.
Wow, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Just make sure you message, say, hey Cody or hey Zeller said to ask for a link for a call, because one of my assistants might see it before me. But yeah, just do that and we'll get to you so easily. So stoked to connect. Cool. Okay, for everyone else, sending all love. Not everyone else, everyone, including you, Nyasha. For everyone, sending all the love, all the peace. I gotta go pay a ticket that I got in Cancun. So I'm on my way. So
wait, didn't you just pay a ticket last week?
You did? Oh man. Yeah. I ran a red light. What was yours? You're just speeding?
No, I was saying you were telling us the same thing last week.
I told you. I
ticket.
told you I was gonna do that last week. Oh shoot. Yeah. Well, see how that went. I didn't get to it. So we got the car ready. So I'm gonna go pay this time, guys. If I say that it's not done next week, then I owe everyone on here $5 in Bitcoin. So remind me. Okay. Everyone, sending love once again. I'll talk to you guys all soon. And next week, same time for the live stream, 10:30 Eastern. Okay, guys. All love. Peace.